The April 8th eclipse is almost here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I will be preparing for this event. This will be the second total solar eclipse that I have seen. I saw the first in 2017, and I want to start by just saying that one of the best pieces of advice that I received prior to the 2017 eclipse was, if you're going to your first eclipse, don't try to photograph it. Just enjoy the experience. Now, with this 2024 eclipse, I am going to go ahead and try to do some photography and hopefully be able to get some nice photos of the process through totality and after. So let me tell you a little bit about the gear that I will be taking and some of the steps that I'm doing to prepare for this event. First, know your location. Identify where you'll be going to watch the eclipse and know what the timing of the eclipse is going to be for that location. If possible, you might want to have a second option, just because you don't know what the weather's going to do. In my particular case, I've already scouted the location I'm going to, and it will be pretty much my only choice just due to circumstances. But if you have an option, just be prepared, because weather is one thing that we cannot control. Another thing to think about is the equipment that you're going to be bringing. So make sure you have all of your batteries charged and spare batteries in case you need them. You want to also make sure that for any telescopes or cameras that you will be pointing to the sun during the partial phases, that you have the appropriate solar filter. Without the solar filters, you will damage your sensors, and definitely would not be good. And you definitely don't want to be looking through a telescope that doesn't have a filter on it, because that would be very damaging to eyes. As well, I want to make sure that I have my eclipse glasses for whenever I'm going to be looking at the sun to experience that throughout the partial phases. Now, when you get to totality, you no longer need to have your glasses or filters on, and it'll be really important to know when it is going to be at totality and safe to take those off. Knowing the timing of the event at your location will also be very important. So having an app that tells you when each event is going to happen will be very helpful, especially for knowing when to take your glasses on and off, but also what types of photographs and settings you may want to be using for your cameras. So I've downloaded an app that I'll be using that will help me with that. And I would also say, if you're going to be doing photography, you probably want to look at some tutorials on how to do eclipse photography. Two of my favorites are Astro Backyard and Nebula Photos, both on YouTube. One last piece of advice as you prepare for the 2024 eclipse: know what your exit plan is going to be. I attended the 2017 eclipse, and as soon as totality was done, everybody tried to leave. And that basically resulted in gridlock on the roads. So be prepared, if you can, to just stay wherever you are. Enjoy the rest of the eclipse. Make yourself comfortable, because it's probably going to be a mess on the roads in your area, since so many people are going to be cramming into this really narrow strip of the eclipse totality. So I hope my tips have been helpful as you prepare for your viewing of the 2024 eclipse. If you can get into the path of totality, absolutely do it. It's worth it, definitely. So I'd like to wish you happy eclipse viewing, and be safe.